The mind prefers familiar discomfort over unknown possibility. Change is not always what the mind fears most. What the mind truly fears is uncertainty, the unknown, the space where nothing feels predictable, where the next step is not clearly visible. Most people say they want freedom. They say they want a different life, a calmer mind, a deeper sense of peace. But when the path toward change appears, something inside them hesitates. A quiet resistance begins to rise. Not loud, not dramatic, just a subtle discomfort. A feeling that something is not quite safe. This happens because the mind is built to search for certainty. It wants patterns. It wants predictability. It wants to know what will happen next. Even when our current habits do not truly make us happy, they still feel familiar. And familiarity creates a strange sense of comfort. The mind prefers a known discomfort over an unknown possibility. Imagine sitting in a room you have lived in for years. The light is dim. The air feels heavy. The walls are old. Yet everything inside the room is familiar. Now imagine someone opens a door. Outside that door is a wide open landscape, fresh air, new possibilities. But the path outside is not clearly marked. For a moment, the mind hesitates, because outside the room, certainty disappears. This is how uncertainty works inside the human mind. It creates tension. It activates caution. It makes the mind slow down and question everything. But uncertainty itself is not the problem. In fact, uncertainty is the space where growth becomes possible. Every meaningful change begins in uncertainty. A new habit, a new direction, a new understanding. None of these things arrive fully predictable. They emerge slowly through exploration. The mind, however, often interprets uncertainty as danger. So it tries to return to the familiar, to old patterns, old habits, old ways of thinking. Not because those patterns are better, but because they are known. When we begin to see this clearly, something interesting happens. Resistance starts to make sense. Instead of fighting the mind, we begin to understand what it is trying to do. It is not trying to stop growth. It is simply trying to protect stability. And once we understand this, a small shift becomes possible. We stop asking the mind to feel completely certain. Instead, we learn to move forward while uncertainty is still present. Step by step, moment by moment. Clarity does not always appear before the journey begins. Often, clarity appears because the journey has begun. So the next time uncertainty appears, pause for a moment. Notice the reaction of the mind. Notice the hesitation. Notice the quiet fear of the unknown. And gently remind yourself of something important. Uncertainty is not a wall. It is a doorway into possibilities that the mind has not yet explored. And sometimes, the life we are searching for is waiting just beyond that door.